Good morning. Should we start here? 10:58. Shop and pay? Let's do it.
Head to your pickup at Walgreens, 2000 Celanese Road.
How y'all doing today? Last time I was live, we were on the way to Winston-Salem for the evening. Y'all know that we were going to see Theo Vaughn's comedy show Friday night, and then Saturday we were going to go watch the new Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Man, the phone is blowing up today. I thought, it might be slow today, but it's blowing up already. Hopefully this shop and pay won't take too long because I've got a lot to say today. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Steve. I've been doing the lives a little less frequently.
In a quarter-mile, turn right on Mount.
When I come on live and I'm only here once or twice a week, oh man, I've got tons to say. So I hope y'all are willing to stick with me for a little bit today. What's up, Giggity? I'm going to be shopping for looks like a body lotion, 2 body lotions, razors, 2 razors, and conditioner. This might take a minute because I'm not used to shopping for female body lotions. But I've got to take advantage of the $10 for 2 mile offer. Phil says it's been painfully slow so far here. You watching me at work? That's how you know he's not joking. That's my dad. I've been to his work before when it's been very busy and I have to stand there for like 10 minutes to even get my opportunity to speak to him. I will be right back. A lot to get into, but we're also going to be making money today. Paris Hilton Rose Rush Body Mist. Ariana Grande Cloud Body Mist. Bic Blades. Hybrid Razors. And a Pantene Daily Moisture Renewal Conditioner. I might have to ask a Walgreens associate for some assistance. All right. I don't feel bad about asking for help because I couldn't have done that myself if I wanted to. We've got the flagrants. They've got the fragrances locked away. That means y'all been stealing them. That's why they're locked away, because y'all been stealing them. And it's highly likely that it's women that have been stealing, what is it? Paris Hilton Rush fragrance. And Ariana Grande Cloud fragrance. I think, if I had to guess, it's y'all women stealing that stuff. And you need to relax. Don't steal. So, anyway, the Theo Von comedy show, in all seriousness, the openers were way, not up to par in my opinion. I've been going annually to a comedy show that raises money for adoption, and it's just like clean comedians for the most part. It's like a church environment, clean comedians. Half of them are local anyway, and I swear they were better than the openers for Theo Von. It's just my opinion. I would have expected better from like people traveling with Theo. Theo himself was pretty good. It's really cool to see him in person. He came out. I thought one of the funniest parts was, this makes the show sound bad, but it just hit me really, it just hit me at the right moment when he said, he's like, this is weird. A lot of y'all are seeing me walk for the first time. He starts pacing around the stage and he's like, well, this is it. This is what it looks like. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's true. A lot of people know him from the internet, sitting down in a chair, kind of like me. Some of y'all would meet me in person and be like, oh, that's what it looks like when he walks. You just see him on the internet, sitting in chairs, talking on podcasts. And so, yeah, it was really cool to see him in person. I would give his show probably like I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a fair rating. I'm kind of a realistic critic, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. The meal beforehand, oh my goodness, y'all know we were kind of running a little bit late. We ended up 10 minutes late, I think, or 10 or 15 minutes late to our reservation, and it didn't matter because, and I'm going to skip this first set of ads here. It didn't matter because we put our order in and 45 minutes later, we still didn't have our food. So what happened was I had to tell him, instead of bringing it out of the kitchen on plates for us to eat here, I'm going to need you to bring it out of the kitchen in to-go boxes. And that was a very expensive meal to have to go, mostly preheated after we got home after the comedy show. We basically had to, we got our appetizer. They did bring the appetizer out. So we weren't starving during the show, but it wasn't until after the show, which was 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours. Then we drive home an hour and a half or an hour 45. And then I reheat my meatloaf, and then I ate. So there was that. That's on the restaurant, in my opinion. Party of 2, man. It's not like I was bringing 10 people. 10 people, then okay, maybe it's going to take 45 minutes to prepare the food. 2 people? And Allison's kind of she's always on top of her time, wants to be on time. And so we had waited for the food for 17 minutes. That was the first time that we started mentioning, hey, wonder how long it's going to be. Little did we know we weren't even halfway through the wait yet. But at 17 minutes, I was telling Allison, I was like, I don't really think it was going to come any faster than that. Dang it. I just lost my phone. But imagine already thinking at 17 minutes, like, hey, the food should probably be here by now. And then it ends up taking 50 or 55. And this day, it kind of sounds like a nightmare, but we walk probably a little over a quarter mile from where we parked to the venue. And we're almost at the front door, and we see these ladies being turned around, and they tell Allison, hey, by the way, you might want to go take that bag back to your car now, because they're not letting people in with bags like yours and mine. And they're walking back to the car. So thankfully, they saved us a little bit of time. Not all that much, but a little bit. But of course, in a situation like that, the show's starting any second. The woman doesn't really take the purse back to the car. The husband, if he's a good husband, sprints. And that's the hardest I've run in probably 6 years. Back when I used to run, actually run. How about 775, 2.3 next? We'll take that. What's up, Bud Soda? What's up, Tony? So given the sprint that I had to do, I'm out of breath. I mean, even back in my running days, I would have been tired from doing that at the speed that I did it. And of course, there's hundreds of people entering an arena. So when I say sprint, I'm like running on the grass beside people, freaking them out because it was already dark outside. And they're like, why is a grown adult man sprinting like he's running from a bear? And I'm having to weave through people. And part of it was stairs. Exhausted when I get back to Alice. From my all out, probably half a mile to 3/4 mile, just dead sprint. So maybe that's why I didn't enjoy the opening acts. Potentially. But Allison didn't like them either. So I'm thinking it wasn't just because I was tired. I'm thinking they just weren't that good. However, the movie that we saw Saturday, prequel to the Hunger Games, just hit the movie theaters this past weekend. That was one of the best movies I've watched in a long time. That was the best. I haven't gone back. I think I'm going to go back to read the book now that I've seen the movie. Now that I know what's coming, I want to read the book. So I can't judge the book yet because I thought the first 3 books were so good. But compared to the movies, this new movie is the best of the movies of the whole series. This new movie was tremendous. This Bojangles has a line wrapped around it. So I don't know what kind of a wait to expect on this DoorDash. Tony said, did it happen to be about Biden's America? It was a well, the whole series is set like in America, post America. So you decide. How close are we to the end of America? Jennifer says, good afternoon, all. Happy Thanksgiving. And to you. You know what? Instead of going inside and just standing there and waiting, let me go ahead and show you this so that I can live up to the title and thumbnail of the, or I guess just the thumbnail of the video. I said, I'm going to give y'all a merch sneak peek. I've been working hard on this, y'all. The website is basically ready. We're really close. The merch designs they're ready. And I really like some of them. So these are some, there's more offers than this on the website, but these are my favorites. I've got a Despite the Hat, I'm No Cap t-shirt, which is a lyric from W's in the chat, which y'all haven't heard yet, but yeah, Despite the Hat, I'm No Cap. t-shirt. Let's see, we got don't be a no-tip customer. I think this one will probably be my favorite, in all honesty. I'm a big fan of that one. This is the long sleeve right here. This is the front of the long sleeve. We got double U's. And on the back, we got the Aaron Boy mixtape with all the song titles listed. I like that one. Got like a welty sweatshirt with the U play button. We got a fake uniform. It says fake uniform right here on the chest, and on the back it says, you know, fake job, fake uniform for your fake job. We got a lunch bag. Bag on bag on bag on bag on bag on bag on bag. This is what you can you can pack your lunch. I need to do this more. I made this for myself. Cause y'all see me buying lunch every day out during the live streams. I need to pack my own lunch. Save a little money packing my own lunch and bring it in the car with me in my bag on bag on bag on bag on bag on bag on bag lunch bag. Of course, you know we had to get a W trucker cap, of course. I mean, obviously. I ordered this sweatshirt in the blue. We got Aaron Boy. I think that's the last one I'm going to show you. Yeah, that's the last one I'm going to show you today. We got a few more too, but y'all can see them another day. But I got this Aaron Boy hoodie in the blue color. I've got Aaron Boy shirts as well. I've got Aaron Girl shirts that you can get in pink. So I like that. So if you're a gig worker and you want to, male or female, you can get an Aaron Boy shirt, you can get an Aaron Girl shirt. Giggity said, "Oh, thank God it's a white cap." White cap with black lettering. It's mixed. So, sorry, Matthew. So, yeah, man. Jennifer says, "How is it out there today?" The apps are like kind of popping off, to be honest with you. I'm receiving offers at a higher rate than normal. Doesn't mean I'm going to make more money than I usually do, but we're going to decline. We're at least going to decline orders more today than we usually do. So I'm going to go inside and pick up this one here. I'll be right back. Bad news is it took a while to get this food. Good news is it took long enough that we got a stack. So I'm about to walk over to Wendy's. Check this offer out. Heading the same direction as the DoorDash. 10.57, probably for like 1 extra mile, maybe. That's a winner. Tony says, since there's nothing else to do, I decided not to skip the ads. Thanks, man. Let me go pick up this Wendy's order. There's no line at Wendy's. I don't think it'll take nearly the amount of time that one did, so I think I'll be right back. All right, we're good to go. This ends up being well worth the wait. Anybody planning on working tomorrow? Anybody doing an actual Thanksgiving Day shift? I'm thinking there's no point. I can't imagine that there's that big of a volume of orders being placed on Thanksgiving Day. Tony says, not I. Yeah, I mean, your restaurants, you're going to have a lot of restaurants closed anyway, right? You're going to have, I mean, you would think almost everybody has plans of what they're going to eat tomorrow. So I'm not working at all. Tony said the neighbors need a ride to the airport, but that's not work. That might be the one thing, like maybe the ride share would still be okay on Thanksgiving Day, but even that, I wouldn't think so. Not until like nighttime, maybe. People are flying back home like tomorrow night. Giggity says, I'm going to go out, see if anybody wants my turkey neck. Best part of the turkey is the gizzards, man. I learned that. Put the turkey gizzards in a crock pot with some like broth. It's actually really good. I just like soaked my shorts and my socks when I went and picked up that Wendy's. So we were at the Bojangles, and the Wendy's is walking distance. It's faster to just walk from the Bojangles than it is to get in the car and pull back around and park again at Wendy's. Problem is, there's bushes in between. So I walked through some bushes, and they were wet, I guess. And I just like soaked myself from the waist down. So there is that. My bottom half is wet. Tony said you got a trucker's heart. Oh, a truckers love me cap. That would be funny. I don't want to have like too many things. Like I don't want the decision for people to be too hard on like which am I actually going to buy? You know. But hey, if you buy anything, buy the mixtape itself. I know you can't wear the mixtape. I mean, you could put a string around the mixtape and wear it. Just make sure it's hanging low enough that it covers up what it needs to cover up. So you could wear the mixtape. If you buy anything, buy the mixtape. Do not ring the doorbell. Let's do it. You gonna release a W rapper chain like a big gaudy like gold chain with W's on it? It's actually really funny. What's going on here, man? Cannot provide directions. Why? Why not? Thankfully, I know where we're going anyway. Yeah, there's some stuff I could like design just for myself. Buy the sample product and not even try to actually sell them. I was thinking about that now that I have this Shopify and Printify account paid for and everything. I was looking at it and I was like, man, I could make a bunch of custom stuff and buy it from myself. And it would be cheaper than buying custom stuff off Etsy. Like, I've bought stuff before. I bought custom stuff before off the internet, and now I can like have the stuff made probably at 2/3 of the cost. Tony says I'd buy it, but that's why I'm broke. What's up, Jody? Long time no see. How you been? Jody, are you gonna put your dislike for Pedro DoorDash Santiago away for long enough to join us this weekend? I have booked. I'm scheduled to be Pedro's guest Sunday. I'm super excited. He says he's going to give me 30 minutes. We're just going to talk it out, do a little interview, and we're going to premiere Miserable Clown that night. The music video, that'll be the last one. That'll be the last one that y'all see from the mixtape. There will be there's 5 more songs on the mixtape after that y'all will have never heard before. But for my first project, I had to release like half of it up front. That way I could even like gather any interest in it at all. Because if I just released a mixtape without any proof that it might be decent, you know, not very many people would probably buy it. So I put out, putting in the work, Miserable Clown, Fudge the Numbers, Fake Job, some of the parody songs. I put them out so that kind of as a preview to the whole mixtape. Jody says, yes, of course, I will watch it. She says, I don't dislike him. I just don't like watching him. Oh yeah, that's a fair distinction. She likes him as a person. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a good time. I'm also working on a one-on-one with Where's Your Next? Mike Rasmussen. I think I keep saying his name wrong. He called me and he left me a voicemail and he said his name. And that's when I realized I'm emphasizing the wrong letter in his last name. He said Rasmussen. Mike Rasmussen. So I'm working on a one-on-one with him. I'm like low-key working on some content with Tony. I know life's been a little busy for Tony, but I'm down to Tony knows I'm down to get on with him anytime. / potentially maybe Tony, Lisa, Allison, and I all at one time, maybe. Any interest in that? Jody says, I love the late short. Gigi says, any songs featuring Allison or Lil Wayne? No. I thought about doing features, and I asked someone to do a feature and was told no. And at that point, I started thinking, you know what? No features then. Screw it, I'll do it all myself. And at this point, I'm kind of glad that it worked out that way, because I've done a whole bunch of work. I've done a whole bunch of entrepreneurial efforts. I've taught myself how to do a bunch of stuff through this process. I still am, dude. I can't tell you how much I've learned in the last couple days here making the merch. So I'm glad that I haven't relied on anybody for what I've learned. Kind of build a brand and a business, like from the floor up, with like almost with no help. The help that I get is from other people in the niche, like helping put me on, getting my name out there. That's a lot of help. But the actual infrastructure of the business, man, I'm doing like almost every piece of this by myself. I've had Allison help me a handful of times as like the camera person. So I didn't do everything myself for the mixtape. She helped me record some of the videos. But other than that, and I had some beats made. I didn't make every beat myself. That's enough. So there is that. But I did make one or two of the beats by myself. So it's not that I didn't try. I'm just not. That's not my strength. Got lost in the building. I don't really like going there. They tip well, though. I'm here, actually. I don't really like coming here, though, but it's like it just makes me sad, you know? It's like a mental hospital. I don't like being confronted with the reality that might be me someday, you know? I'm not trying to. Well, we're 1 hour in, and I think when our tips come in, we'll be at like $28 probably for the first hour. But we're going to try and run it for another hour and see what happens. I'm making better money, actually. Even though I'm not working tomorrow, I'm making better money this week than I have for several weeks. Mostly because we've got a lot of rover work going on right now. We got 5 dogs at the house right now. And for 3 of them, we're being paid to take care of them. So it's a fun house right now. The good part is they're all repeat clients. All 3 are dogs that like know one another and they behave well, and they've been to our house several times. So it's all good. Giggity says, I worked in a mental hospital for 30 years. Man, that's what I think about. I walk through there, I'm like seeing all these people on staff, and I'm like thinking, man, first of all, I don't even know how y'all like carry a job, because I don't even like doing that. But definitely working in an environment like that, man, I'm just too upbeat of a person for that, I think. What's up, Mike? I was just talking about you. I was just talking about how we need to set a date for our one-on-one. So I'm locked in with Pedro for Sunday. Anytime after Sunday, you just let me know. We can do someday next week, or we can push it into December. It's pretty much totally up to you. I'll make myself available. Tony says, does the Aaron Boys Married Up podcast sound good? Tony taking a shot at me. Tony saying I don't deserve Allison. And he would be correct. Giggity says it was actually an assisted living facility for the intellectually challenged, a state facility. Gotcha. See, at first I didn't know if you were like joking, because you like to joke around like that. So you actually did that. Well, good on you. Honestly, got to have people that do it. That, and like not just mental facilities, but like old people's like one of my grandfathers lives in a old person community. And it's like half of the people there don't even leave the building. Like some of them do, but some of them still leave and go play golf and stuff, but half of them just stay in the building, and that's it. And that's where they're going to be. And I couldn't work in an environment like that. Mike says Utah is a balmy 36 degrees today. Look at that, 60. It's feeling good over here. I'm in my Bet on You t-shirt, feeling good. Tony says I'm grouping myself in the married up. Tony says I'm married up too. Us men are usually pretty good at being able to determine if we married up. It's pretty easy to tell. This DoorDash here is pretty good, but do I trust it though? I don't trust it. I'm literally sitting at this McDonald's and I don't trust because they're so slow. Mike says he married up too. DoorDash quickly. Trust him enough to eat because I'm like super hungry. Do I trust him enough to make my food? Let's give it a shot. I don't want to eat too much either because we're going to have our first Thanksgiving celebration this evening for dinner. And I'm going to eat like just a ridiculous amount of food probably. So I want to keep it light today for lunch.
Did you use the mobile app today?
No.
What can I get for you?
I'll just do a McDouble and a small fry, please. And
What else?
2 strawberry cream pies. Actually, can I just do 1?
What else for you?
That's it.
Go around. $5.97.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You too. Okay, that was a pleasant surprise. Perhaps I should have accepted that DoorDash. Got me through that line quick. And she even told me have a blessed day, which is crazy because this McDonald's used to be demonically satanic. I'm pretty sure. So maybe they're probably under new management. Tony said, don't trust them unless they have a bag on bag on bag on bag on bag on bag bag lunch bag. Tony says, I sent Michael Knowles with the exorcist priest he interviewed to cleanse the demons. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to give the lunch shift like one more hour. And then I'm going to head back home. Because we got about a 5-minute drive this evening to go see family. Let me go ahead and put my earnings for the shift in the live chat pinned comment. And this is going to be a pre-tip total here. So this is not going to, this is kind of a false report, but it's better than nothing. $17.34 is that's our earnings before the Uber tips come in. Is one of the Rover dogs a golden retriever? No. Right now we have Peyton and Brady. Peyton's a German Shepherd. She's ours. Brady's an Australian Shepherd mix. She's ours. Then we have Pip, who is a, now that I think about it, I don't even know what Pip is. But I'm about to go look. Pip is a Labrador Husky mix. And then we have Muffin and Nova. They're both Labradoodles. Labradoodles. Super easy to take care of. They're chill. They don't cause any problems. Pip actually, I don't even know if Pip's 1 year old yet, but Pip went to obedience school since the last time that we had Pip at our house. And there is like a significant difference, y'all. Pip has really improved. Not that Pip was bad before, but like the kind of the puppy behavior is gone. You know, the constant neediness of a puppy, that's gone. Mike says football tomorrow, y'all. We can talk about that. Shoot, I don't even know like what's on the schedule. What do we have to look forward to? We have Packers Lions. That might be like the worst possible game for me to watch as a Bears fan. I mean, honestly, no Bears fan wants to watch Packers Lions on Thanksgiving. And don't even get me started on this Black Friday in 2 days. That's going to be unwatchable. Anyway, Night game. Okay, we get 49ers Seahawks tomorrow night. I don't really like either of those teams either, but at least they'll be like halfway competitive with one another. Giggity's Texans play the Jaguars on Sunday. Isn't it funny how like just the ebb and flow? Like now, this year, Texans Jaguars is like a really exciting matchup. Jody says, earn by time must be good in Rock Hill. I can never get on it. I don't know. I've only tried it twice. It probably makes all these like no-tip orders more fair, you know? But again, like it kind of encourages working slower, and I don't like that. Like, I don't want the mental conundrum of like, hey, maybe I should drive a little slower actually so that I can earn more. I like to be rewarded for like doing the job as quickly as I can. And a lot of your deactivations that you hear about, it's not from people who work the app like I do. It's not from people that just, hey, either accept or decline it. If you accept it, deliver it. Very rarely do I unassign an order after I've claimed it. It's hard to get deactivated like that. But if you're toying with earn by time like Nugs was, you kind of put yourself at risk of being found out for like BSing. So I see you, Tony. Jody said, I did earn by time for like 4 days in a row, and my acceptance rate went from 28 to 48. Or no, you're saying it went from 20 to 48. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I was going to do an acceptance rate challenge to get mine up, that's how I would do it. I would just do earn by time. And I would just suffer through it, but at least I would get paid for the time. You know, that's definitely how I would do it. Shout out. Excuse me. I was trying to say shout out. Shout out to Tony's Broncos keep winning football games. I texted him, what was that, Monday night? I texted him on Monday night. And I was like, I'm a bigger Bronco fan than you. Because I've been telling Tony now for like close to 2 years that quit sleeping on Russell Wilson, man. I mean, the disrespect. Bronco fans they've just had it too good. See, they talk to a Bears fan who's never had a quarterback, and they don't understand. It's like, hey, when you got Russell Wilson, chill out and appreciate that you have a good quarterback. And the Bronco fans are like, but he's not John Elway. He's not Peyton Manning. They're spoiled. You're spoiled fans. I haven't even had a quarterback do for me what Tim Tebow did for you. And you're talking about John Elway and Peyton Manning. I'm just trying to find a Tim Tebow, bro. Tony said, so you're saying it wasn't Russ, it was Hackett. Yeah, and I was saying that, you know that I've been saying that. I told you even this offseason, I think it's on a live stream somewhere we could find it. I said, I think Russ has one more run in him. I don't think he's done. I don't think he's cooked. I think he's going to have a rebound year. And he was having a rebound year. Y'all were still losing the games, but he was actually having a rebound year. And now y'all have started to figure it out and put it together. And you're actually winning some games. And he's playing well. But he's been playing well the whole year. And I was trying to tell people, I was like, hold up now. The Broncos might be losing the games, but it doesn't look the same as last year. Russ is out here, like, clearly more efficient than he was last year. Mike says, and then there's Mr. Irrelevant, who is relevant. Go Brock Purdy. I vibe with Brock Purdy. I don't mind him. Crap, dude. The Sunday night game this weekend. I'm going to be live with Pedro. And that's great and everything. But, oh, man, I'm going to miss a banger of a game, I guess. Ravens Chargers. I'll probably be live with Pedro, and I'll be answering his questions. And in the corner of my eye, I'm going to have another monitor with with that game on. I'm not trying to miss that. What's up, Rodney? Happy Thanksgiving. Tell you today since I won't be able to tell you tomorrow. Man, we were making good money for like an hour, and then it just stopped cold. I mean, it's just dead. That's weird how the apps were like off the chain for an hour, and then it just ended, and it's not even really afternoon yet. It's 12:15. And I'll probably, more than anybody, I'll be a bigger fan this week of the Tennessee Titans than any other team. because they're the ones matched up against the Carolina Panthers. And every Carolina Panthers loss is a win for the Chicago Bears. So I'm probably going to go buy me a Derrick Henry jersey just for this weekend. And I'm going to be the biggest Titans fan probably in the nation. I'm probably a bigger Titans fan than Mike Vrabel's wife for one Sunday. Let me actually fact check that. Is Mike Vrabel married? I think he is. I'm pretty sure he is. Oh yeah. Mike Vrabel is married to Jen Vrabel. I'm going to be a bigger Titans fan this weekend than Jen Vrabel. Rodney says Bryce Young is too small. Bryce too young and too small. Poor kid. I'm going to try driving back to my main hotspot where it was really busy because this hotspot over here is not it. And it could be I'm sitting right at the university and everybody's gone home. That might be my mistake. Everybody's gone home for the break. I need to get away from the university area. And all my friends went home too, man. All my basketball competition, they all went home. So I haven't been playing much basketball the last few days. Oh, man. I just ran a red light for sure. That was unfortunate. That was, well, I guess that was my fault. I was going to say that wasn't really my fault, but it kind of was. That's the kind of thing that was like, it was kind of unavoidable, but it was also avoidable. But I'm going to say that it was unavoidable, even though it was avoidable. Tony says, If the Broncos can get over 500, I will buy the NFL app, local games, access for $30 and watch them instead of listening. Dude, first of all, Stream East, I'm going to give you a couple because my Stream East has been slacking a little bit lately. Stream East, and you're not going to believe it when I say it. Meth Streams, METHSTREAMS. That's been my backup. They work. And actually, now that I tried meth for the first time, it's actually better than what I was used to. I think Meth Streams is actually, it's a little bit more closer to exactly live than Stream East is. Stream East, there's like a 30 to 40 second delay. On Meth Streams, it appears to be like maybe a 5 or 10 second delay. So check that out. It's free. That's right, Jody. You heard me right. Meth. I've been on meth lately. And I can say that with complete sincerity and truth. Jody said, I'm kind of surprised that you like that comedian, Theo Vaughn. Why? Jody, you don't remember I made a video titled If Theo Vaughn DoorDash. Actually, was that the first one that I made? Was that the first celebrity one that I made? It might have been. Because I made that because I found Theo Vaughn on the internet, on YouTube. And I was like, this dude is hilarious. And he's got extremely an extremely repeatable shtick. So I was like picking up on his cadence and the words he would use and the stories he would tell, kind of his style of communication real quick. And I was like, I could like, I could pretend to be him for a couple minutes of video. I think he's great. But he's definitely funnier on the internet than in person. Like I said, I'm gonna give you an honest review about stuff when we talk about things that I've seen. He's best in a scenario where he's sparring with another person. That's why in the podcast settings, he's just genius. And how he comes up with these jokes off the top of his head, I have no idea, because it's clearly not written. It's not scripted, because he's got the other person. He's interviewing people and on his podcast. I mean, that podcast with Dana White, that stuff is not scripted. Dana White, you're not telling Dana White what to say. So Dana White's coming on and he is in the middle of the conversation weaving these jokes into the conversation. I'm just like, you couldn't write better jokes if you had a month, and he's doing it off the top of his head. I'm like, man. So he's better, he's better at that than his stand-up where it's just him, And I would say for almost every other comedian that I can think of, it would be the opposite. What, dude, get out of the way. You don't park in the middle of a parking lot unless you're in a space. Anyway, for every other comedian, they're likely going to be a lot funnier with the stand-up than relying on other people and being quick-witted. It's like me, like I can't do a freestyle rap. But if you give me a day to like write something out, I can come up with something clever. Do you like Oliver Tree? I don't. Oh. I think I know who that is, but I don't know. Like I've not engaged with that personality enough to know. I think that's a person who dresses really goofy and looks kind of like an idiot. So I haven't really given that person a chance because I can't take him seriously. I've seen him on where did I see that person? I think Airac's YouTube channel. And I've been watching a lot less of Airac too. So no, so I would have to say I don't like Oliver Tree just because I don't really know that much. It's time to get cream pied. He says first order of the day, complete for $12 at 3 miles. Not bad. Not bad. Not only is that not bad, that's very good. That's a great. Not bad would be like $7 for 5.5 miles. I'd be like, yeah, it's not bad. $12 for 3 miles? That's nearly a certified banger. I'm seeing $2 orders now. We had one really good hour, and now we're back to the $2 orders. Interesting. 3. I can make $3 if I want to go up the interstate. Tony says, is the cream pie a certified banger? Oh, yeah. I got a Walmart Spark offer at a Home Depot. Have y'all been seeing these? Home Depot on Walmart Spark apps? Is Home Depot like owned by Walmart? Jody says, "Yeah, I made $22 now. I'm back home. It got bad. Yeah, just like all of the orders just evaporated at like a moment's notice. Bizarre. I'm gonna give it another like 15 minutes and see if I can catch anything, but if not, then I'll go home too. I think we've made 28 here on the live stream. We got some basketball tonight too. We got Hornets. The Hornets host a game here, and I can't make it. And the tickets have not sold. This might be, we're like a quarter into the year probably for my home games or somewhere around that. In 1 1/4 seasons, I've never had wasted tickets to a regular season game. Not even one. I've either sold them or I've been there. And that streak might end tonight, y'all. Because I did not realize what time we were going to have our Thanksgiving celebrations at. And there's just no way. I mean, game starts at 7 p.m. in Charlotte. There's no way. I don't even think. No, I mean, I couldn't even make it at like halftime. I just can't make it. So I don't know. Jody, if you don't have plans tonight, if you want to go to the Charlotte Hornets game, let me know. I'll just give you the tickets. Or if anybody else is local listening to me and you want to go, just tell me. I will like email you the tickets for free. That one's no good. I'm down to a 6% acceptance rate. We do have, oh, baby, let's go tonight. Mavericks, Lakers. Luka versus LeBron, but they played last night, so I watched the Lakers play last night. So I'm fearful that they will sit LeBron on a back-to-back. Hopefully not, though, because I would love to watch that. And that doesn't start till 10:30. So I'll be able to see that on Meth. When I'm on Meth tonight, I'll be able to watch that. Sweet, man. And there's Warriors Suns. And sorry, Mike. I mean, there's Jazz Trailblazers too, but that doesn't have the same ring to it that Mavericks Lakers does. Let's be honest. Tony said in the 7th grade I got invited to a Hornets Bulls game. The problem was that the game was a day after my parents moved us from South Carolina to Idaho. That was my one shot at seeing MJ live. Oh my gosh, no. I didn't even think about the fact that would be Michael Jordan. Oh my goodness. Oh, that would have, as a 7th grader too. Oh, that's just brutal. That would have crushed me. Oh, that would have devastated me. Man. Yeah, tonight's Hornets game is not as appealing. But if you want the tickets, let me know. I'll send them to you. You can go see. He's not Michael Jordan, but he is Jordan Poole. So you will see one Jordan. Can't see Michael Jordan, but you can go see Jordan Poole and Kuzma. So I wonder what the comparison would be for me. Missing the Michael Jordan game. I think the best athletes that I've seen live. I saw Cam Newton play live. I saw Devin Hester live, which is my guy. I saw Lamar Jackson and Trevor Lawrence play live. I've seen Jimmy Butler. I just saw Jimmy Butler. De'Aaron Fox. Trae Young. I got to see Giannis in person, but he didn't play. But I did get to I got to see Giannis. Let me go look at my spreadsheet. Oh yeah, of course. I got to see Luka and Kyrie play last year. So Luka might be. I might call Luka the peak athlete that I've seen. I just think he's that good. Lamar Jackson, MVP. Cam Newton, technically an MVP, but I don't really like him. I'm not a Cam Newton guy. Oh, I saw Deshaun Watson play in college. I went to a Clemson game when Deshaun Watson was out there flinging it. Man, it's just there's no orders left, y'all. We go home. At least we had an efficient shift with the mileage. Pretty much. Yeah, we did because we had that stack. Decent day on the mileage. But we didn't have any orders. In the last 50 minutes, we had no orders. That's crazy. Crazy thing about that Clemson game I went to was that I had no idea that my brother was going to be there or was there. So I made plans to go to the Clemson game. Had no idea my brother was going. I took a picture when we first got there. I took a picture of the stadium before many people had filled into the seats. So I took a picture of the other side of the seats, and sure enough, I didn't know he was there until like weeks afterward. I had no idea he went to the game. It's super random because I've only been to one Clemson game my whole life. So it's not like we went super frequently and I just didn't know he was going to be there. I've gone to one Clemson game my entire life. He happened to go to that same one completely randomly. And we were both there early, and I found him in the picture I took. All that time, weeks later, found out he's there. And I found out where he was sitting. And I start zooming into the picture, and there he is. I was like, what? That's trippy. Crazy, man. Taking a picture of my brother. I didn't even know it. Tony says you forgot to make a errand boy non-binary person shirt. Dude, man. Hey, I could go make one right now. That's... Oh, shoot. That might be my best seller. Errand non-binary. Nah, man. I did think about that, though. I wondered, like, there's going to be people offended by me selling blue errand boy shirts and pink errand girl shirts. They're going to say, what kind of a sexist assumption is that? Why are you assigning colors to gender? Tony says, I got to see Tebow live, Manning and Von Miller. That's the best I can say. I guess Tom Brady, because he was playing one of those Broncos games. Well, yeah. You saw the Michael Jordan of football. Yeah, if you've seen Tom Brady play live, then newsflash, that's the best athlete you've ever seen. I don't need to hear the rest of your list. There it is, Tom Brady. That's your answer. I've seen Derrick Rose play live too, but it was it was old Derrick Rose, a shell of himself. That's another MVP I've seen. Jody says, you better have extra large so it will fit me. I've done a really good job, I think, of selecting the right products and the right people for making this happen. I got a bunch of color options available in every shirt. It's not just one option. I've got some color options for y'all on some stuff, and I've got some sizes on most stuff. Everything goes up to at least an extra large. I've got certain products go up to like a 5X. And I'm not going to lie, I did think to myself, I don't even know if I want to sell a 5X. I thought that to myself, and then I thought, no, you know what? I'll leave it up here. But, I want fans to at least be somewhat healthy, I don't mind extra large people. But if you're 5X, that's where we start to need to have a conversation. Okay? We need to start having a conversation about how you can fit into a 4X. Tony says the question is, are you going to release some sunglasses? I looked at that too. I thought about that, actually. I thought about trying to have my own, obviously white outline sunglasses. I'm looking into it. I haven't found someone who can do that yet, but it's a concept. Well, at this point, let's just assume, see, our first Uber order, the tip came in at the exact expected value. If the second one also does, then that'll be 1057 plus 1058 plus 775, right? Yep. $775. In that case, I'll have made $28.90 while we were live today. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me on this, the day before Thanksgiving, 2023. I probably won't see y'all again until Sunday night with Pedro. So think about that. So I'm closing my apps and I just realized that I had Grubhub off. Those last 50 minutes when I couldn't find an order, I didn't even have one of my apps going. So that's my fault. I might have cost myself money with that. Anyway, y'all have a good time with your people. And yeah, I'll see you Sunday night. Jody said, send me a text to remind me on Sunday. I will. I got you. I will see you then not on Welty, on Pedro. I will see you next time on Pedro DoorDash Santiago.